Smell that? Yeah, it smells like shit. Must be January. Hey everyone, welcome to the review. Here's my review for the movie Underworld, Blood Wars. Yes, Underworld, Blood Wars stars Kate Beckinsale, Theo James, Charles Dance, and Tobias Menzies. And this movie is directed by Foerster. Yeah, I think it's Foerster, yes. This is the new installment of the Underworld franchise. The 5th installment, yes. We have 5 fucking Underworlds now. Okay. Before I get into the story of this movie, I'm actually gonna flat out say I don't hate the Underworld movies, the first 2. As you saw a while ago, I did my top 10 movies I like, but everyone else hates. My first one, not my second one, but yeah, I said the Underworld movies. I actually enjoyed the first 2 Underworld movies. I think they're fun, enjoyable vampire movies. I enjoy Scott Speedman and Kate Beckinsale. I love the mythology of the story and stuff, and I thought they were fun, enjoyable movies. They weren't great movies, but they were enjoyable films. The first 2. The third one, Rise of the Lycans, is basically, yeah, you get what you expect from that movie. It's the backstory of Lucian and stuff, and I was curious to see that movie, but the movie was kind of boring, because we know the story already, because they say it in the first one, so yeah. It's a flat-out war movie, but it's not a very fun war movie. See, the first 2 had creative action scenes, but the third one was just kind of dull and pretty lifeless and stuff, and it really didn't grab me. The fourth one, oh my god, the Underworld Awakening, I think it was called. My god, that movie is a piece of shit. Such a fucking terrible movie. So yeah, of course they gotta make a 5th one and make it a January movie. You gotta begin 2017 with this kind of shit, right? This movie was awful. This movie, Underworld Blood Wars, is a piece of shit. This movie's fucking awful. This movie, believe it or not, this movie is actually worse than Underworld Awakening. The story of this movie, it's hard to explain the story because it's the same story as all of them. It's about the vampires fighting the Lycans in this war that we just don't give a shit about. Like, this one has a new villain. What's his name? Marius or something. He's the new bad guy of the Lycans and stuff, and basically Selene has to team up with this new council, the Vampire Council, to take down Marius. Now she got Theo James in this movie as David, some vampire guy, and his dad is Charles Dance. Yeah, fucking Tywin Lannister. I don't know why Charles Dance does stupid movies like this. I think Dracula, I'm told, was bad enough, but he had to do this fucking movie. Yes. And yeah, it's the war of the vampires, the Lycans, they fight each other. You obviously know how it's gonna end. Selene's gonna kill them, and, you know, they're gonna try to set up more movies. That's exactly what they try to do at the end of this movie. They try to set up more fucking Underworld movies, because apparently we need more Underworld movies. We really don't. We really frickin' don't. This movie was just god-awful. This movie was terrible. Kate Beckinsale actually gave a good performance in the first 2. In the Underworld Awakening, she just phoned it in. She phones it in even more. Like, I think she's getting a little too old for these movies, but apparently she's not doing enough movies now, so I guess she's got to do an Underworld movie to get that paycheck and stuff, but she was actually really good in this year's Love and Friendship. That was a good movie. You're a good actress, Kate Beckinsale. You're better than these Underworld movies. You're better than that. But yeah, she's terrible in this movie. She's just god-awful. Theo James is also terrible, but he's also always terrible. The villain in this movie is this very typical, generic villain. Again, we don't have Scott Speedman in this movie. That's pretty bad that even Scott Speedman is too good for these movies. He don't even want to return for these stupid Underworld movies and stuff, yeah. The effects in this movie look really terrible, too. The effects weren't always that great, but they were pretty decent because there was a lot of practicality with the Underworld movies. Oh my god, they look very cheap looking in this movie. This is 2017. The first Underworld movie came out in the early 2000s. And the effects look better than in those movies than in this one. In a 2017 movie, that's pretty stupid and pretty damn pathetic. Yeah, the effects are just god-awful in this movie. The action scenes are god-awful as well. so much shaky cam and quick cuts. The editing was also just god-awful. This movie cuts like every 10 seconds. The beginning of this movie, I thought I was having a seizure. So many cuts and edits. I had no idea what the fuck was happening. In some of the action scenes, you have no idea what you're watching because they keep cutting. Like, someone throws a punch, they cut. Someone swings a sword, they cut. When blood splatters, they cut. Just cuts. There must be like 50,000 cuts in this freaking movie. I was like, I had to take an Advil after this movie ended because there was so much cuts and so much quick edits in this movie. I felt like I was gonna have a seizure by the end of this movie. I'm sorry I'm sitting like this because I'm tired. I just saw this movie and it hurt my brain so much. I just want to go take a nap. It's very, like, this movie's so boring, so lifeless, and so just so stupid that I was just exhausted after watching this movie. This 90-minute movie just made me just tired because it was just so bad, so irritating, just so mind-numbingly stupid, and again, the editing was so freaking like, it was hurting my eyes watching this movie. This movie is just absolute garbage. It has terrible action scenes. There's nothing scary about this movie. There's nothing interesting about this movie. There's nothing creative, original, fresh, or even cool about this movie. Remember the first two Underworld movies? At least they were kind of cool to watch. Seeing the creative kills they did when they kill some of the Lycans and stuff. None of that in this movie. This movie's just swinging a sword, someone gets sliced or something, and that's about it. And this movie this movie didn't need to be made. Why are they still making Underworld movies? Please, Awakening killed the franchise already, so stop making more Underworld movies. Just please stop it. After Awakening, no one cared anymore, and I don't think anyone's gonna care about this movie, and I don't think anyone's gonna see this movie. This movie will definitely be a flop at the box office when it comes out, so yeah, this movie, Underworld Blood Wars, is an absolute piece of shit. There was not one thing that was good in this movie. I at least expected maybe a good performance from Charles Dance, because it's Charles Dance. It's Tywin Lannister. He's a great actor. Even he was phoning it in this movie. He didn't even look like he wanted to be there. I feel like they were just waving the check in front of him while he was shooting every scene he was in. This movie is pointless, stupid, and hands down the worst Underworld movie, and I hated it. I hated it. It's a typical January movie, a complete piece of shit, so yeah. I cannot possibly recommend this movie. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie Underworld Blood Wars a 1 out of 10. This movie will probably make my top 10 worst movies of 2017. I just did my best and worst of 2016, and now I'm planning my best and worst of 2017 because I already found one spot on the worst list, so good job, Underworld. Good job. So yeah, that's my review for the movie Underworld Blood Wars. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me what is your favorite Underworld movie, and if you don't like any of the Underworld movies, what is your least favorite Underworld movie? My favorite is the first one. My least favorite, this one. What is your favorite? What is your least favorite? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and join the dark side.